Good morning, everyone. I, Sanjeev Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Chandigarh Polytechnic College. I will teach you the subject element of design in your current semester. The first lecture covers topics such as introduction of the subject, syllabus, and objectives. So, in the introduction of subject, the subject element of design element of design is an innovation of a new and effective machines and improving the existing one. A new or effective machine is one which is more economical in the overall cost of production and operation. The design is to formulate a plan for the satisfy to offer human needs. In designing a machine component, it is necessary to have a good knowledge of many subjects such as mathematics, engineering, mechanics, strength of material, theory of machine, and workshop processes and engineering drawing. In element of design syllabus, it consists of 3 chapters. In first one, the design introduction, design consideration, design procedure, limits, fits, and tolerances. In second chapter, design of flange coupling, design of clutch, design of flywheel, design of joints, and design of gears. In third chapter, design of shaft and design of keys and functions of key. The learning outcomes of this subject identify the different types of design procedures, apply limits, fits, tolerance on the different machine elements, design various machine elements, flange couplings, clutches, flywheel, joints, pulleys, and spur gears. So what is design? Design is often used and a generic term that refers to anything that was made by a conscious human effort. Design is also a process that is used to systematically solve the problem. In other words, in design, we convert our raw material into a finished product. Design. The design process is a purposeful method of planning practical solutions to a problem. The design process is never final. There are always multiple solutions to a problem. The design process is influenced by requirements called criteria and constraints. Design. Design is to formulate a plan for a satisfy of a specified need or to solve the problem. Innovative and highly attractive processes and a decision-making process. Next one is a design products. There are different design products in which functional, safe, reliable, competitive, usable, manufacturable, marketable, regardless to all. In functionality, strength, stress, distortion, deflection, stiffness, fear, corrosion, safety, reliability, manufacturability, utility, cost, friction, weight, life, noise, styling, shape, size, and control. Designer responsibilities. The first responsibility of the designer is to understand the problem. Second, identify the knowns. Third, identify the unknown and formulate. Fourth, state all assumptions and decisions. Fifth, analyze the problem. Sixth, evaluate the solution. And seventh one is the present solution. Classification of a machine design. Basically, there are 3 types of types of machine design. First one is the adaptive design, second one is a development design, and third one is the new design. In first one, the adaptive design, in most cases, the designer works concerned with adaptation of existing designs. This type of design needs no special knowledge or skill and can be attempted by the designer of ordinary technical training. The designer only makes minor alteration or modification in the existing designs of the product. Development design. This type of design needs considerable scientific training and design ability in order to modify the existing designs into a new idea by adopting a new material or a different methods of manufacture. In this case, through the designer starts from the existing design, but the final product may differ quite markedly from the original product. New design. This type of design needs lot of research, technical ability, and creative thinking. Only those designers who have personal qualities of a sufficiently high order can take up the work of a new design. General considerations in the machine design, in which first one is the type of load and stresses caused by the load. The load on a machine component may act in several ways, due to which the internal stresses are set up. The various types of load and stresses are compressive, tensile, shear. Second one is a motion of the parts of a kinematic of the machine. The successful operation of any machine depends largely upon the simplest arrangement of the parts, which will give the motion required. The motion of the parts may be rotary motion, includes the unidirectional and reciprocating motions, constant velocity, constant or variable acceleration. Next one is a selection of material. It is essential that a designer should have a knowledge of the properties of the material and their behavior under working conditions. Some of the important characteristics of the material are strength, durability, flexibility, weight, resistance to heat and corrosion, ability to cast, welded or harden or machinability or electrical conductivities. Form and size of the parts. The form and the size are based on the judgment. The smallest practicable cross-section may be used, but it may be checked that the stresses induced in the designed cross-section are reasonably safe. In order to design any machine part for form and size, it is necessary to know the forces which the part must sustain. It is also important to anticipate any suddenly applied or impact load which may cause the failure. Next one is the cost of construction. The cost of construction of an article is the most important consideration involved in design. In some cases, it is quite possible that the high cost of an article may immediately bar it from the further consideration. If an article has been invented and tests of hands made samples have shown that it has a commercial value, it is then possible to justify the expenditure of a considerable sum of money in the design and development of automatic machines to produce the article, especially if it can be sold in large numbers. The aim of design engineer under all conditions should be reduce the manufacture cost to be the minimum. Next one is the assembly. Every machine or structure must be assembled as a unit before it can function. Large unit must often be assembled in the shop, tested, and then taken to be transported to their place of service. The final location of any machine is important, and the design engineer must anticipate the exact location and the local facility for the erections. Next one is the safety and operation. Some machines are dangerous to operate, especially those which are speeded up to ensure production at a maximum rate. Therefore, moving parts of a machine which is within the zone of a worker is considered an accident hazard and may be the cause of an injury. It is therefore necessary that a designer should always provide safety devices for the safety of operator. The safety appliances should in no way interfere with operations of the machine. Next one is a workshop facilities. A design engineer should be familiar with the limitation of his employee workshop in order to avoid the necessity of having work done in some other workshop. It is sometimes necessary to plan and supervise the workshop operations and to draft methods for casting, handling, and machining special parts. Next is a design procedure. The general design procedure in machine design are: first one is a need or aim, next one is a synthesis, analysis of the forces, material of the selection, design of elements, modification and detailed drawing, and then production. In first one, recognition or need, first of all, make a complete statement of the problem indicating the need, aim, or purpose for which the machine is to be designed. Next one is a synthesis. Select the possible mechanism or group of mechanisms which will give the desired motion. Analysis of the forces. Find the force acting on each member of the machine and the energy transmitted by each member. Material selection. Select the material best suited for each member of the machine. Design of element. Size and stresses. Find the size of each member of the machine by considering the force acting on the member and the permissible stress for the material used. It should be kept in mind that each member should not deflect or deform than the permissible limits. Next is a modification. Modify the size of the number of agree with the past experience and judgments to facilitate manufacturer. The modification may also be necessary by consideration of manufacturing to reduce overall cost. Detailed drawing. Draw the detailed drawing of each component and the assembly of the machine with complete specification for the manufacturing process suggested. Next process is production. The component as per the drawing is manufactured in the workshop. The flow chart of the general procedure in the machine design are as below. These are some references which are used in the subject element of design. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope everything is clear to you in today's lecture. See you in the next session. Thank you.